Hello YouTubers, my name is Nick. I'm going to make this little video here. As you can see the box here, I've got a brand new original solenoid, starter solenoid for my engine, 55 horsepower 1977 Evinrude, which I've installed, and I'll tell you a bit about what can happen if you don't have the original parts on your engine and what can happen when you're out fishing and you're out in the water. I'll quickly go through it with you. Now this is the old solenoid, starter solenoid. I don't know where it comes from or for what engine it is or whatever, but this is not the original for the Evinrude 55 horsepower 77. As you can see at the back here, they had a plate that went onto the block of the engine, and then that went on like that, and then they bolted it on and they connected the wiring on there. It would work, but you'll have issues, you'll have weird clicks, and sometimes the engine won't start. Not sometimes, most of the times the engine won't start. Now I have ordered and I bought an original Evinrude starter solenoid, which I've installed, and it looks totally different, as you can see here. That's the original. Where the plate went on these two bolts in here, one there and one on the bottom, they had the old plate and then the other one attached to it. On those two bolts where the plate was, I removed the plate, goes a little ring that goes around like that, and it's got a circle. That ring is steel, and that goes straight into those two holes. And then on the engine on the side here, I don't know if you can see it in there. There we go. See it there? It's like a moon shape that comes out of the block. That's for the ring to go on there when you screw it on. And it's got the shape of a ring as well, like the circle. You can see it in there. That's how you can tell that this is original. They had a plate on top of that, and it was flat, and they've used the wrong starter solenoid. So once that ring goes on the block, then you slide in the solenoid, which is this bit here. It just slides in the ring. The ring's there, you can see it there. It slides in, you tighten it up, and then you put your cables on. Top cable, as you can see here, the top cable is the power cable. It's the power cable, and also that little lid that you see right next to it there is this ignition from the front. The power for your ignition switch. That goes together with the power cable right on the top terminal here. Bottom terminal, big bottom terminal, is your big lead that goes straight to the starter motor. Right there, starter motor, the red cable. And it goes, red cable goes straight underneath here, as you can see, underneath. Okay, now that goes straight to your starter motor, so it's not that hard to figure that out. Alright, and then on the side here, you've got one that says S on it, the little ones, one that says S and one that says I. Now the I one is for the black cable, which is this one here, black cable that goes to the block, and it screws where you put in the steel ring that screws into the block. You pass that through as well. There you go, you can see it there, right there. Okay, that's the earth, and that goes on the bottom one, which is the I. Now the top one is the S, which is the starter. which is the brown cable, as you can see right now on the screen. That goes on the S. And that's it. Very simple. Okay? And make sure these copper terminals that come out, see the copper terminals, one on top, one on the bottom. When you're tightening the screws, do not over tighten it, because what happens is the copper little rod that goes inside the starter solenoid snaps and it turns, and it's not meant to turn. So you only tighten it really gentle. As soon as it goes tight, that's it. You stop straight away. Same as on the bottom. The copper little rods. They're very sensitive and they can snap and turn from the inside. Very important, because that was one of the other issues that the other one had too. The old one, which wasn't the original. Now the engine, when I used to start it with the old starter solenoid, if you leave it over a couple of nights and cold weather, you'll try and start it and you only will hear click, 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 nothing. Until I had to pull out the spark plug, lean it on the body of the engine, and then turn it and it will start, and then I'll put the spark plug back in. Obviously switch it off, put the spark plug back in, and then it will start every single time until it goes cold again. After, you know, when you rest the engine and it sits for 2 or 3 days and weeks sometimes, and you don't start it, and then when you go to start it, it won't work until you do that thing with a spark plug. But now that I've replaced it, it starts every single time straight away. No clicks, no nothing. So like I said, with the old solenoid, when I used to turn the key, on good days, I used to hear a click and then start. And then sometimes click, click, and then start. And on the bad days, which was the most common, you'll go click, 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 and then you'll start going, oh, what's going on? Is it the battery? Is it this? Is it that? Start testing everything around, and finally, all it was is that you need the original solenoid, starter solenoid. This one here could be like a trim solenoid, or it could be from a car. No one knows. It's not the original. You can see the differences. This one's got no ring bracket, like a moon shape. It's just flat. They've attached where the moon shape ring should go, this rod here, this plate here, and then they put that on top, screw everything. Like, it does work, but you'll have issues. Do not do that. Now with this one, you don't hear a click. All you hear is rang straight away. There you go. I'll just show you. That's it, straight away. I hope I helped out, because it took me ages to figure all this out. I thought it was the power pack, I did multimeter tests, I thought it was the spark plugs, I thought it was the spark plug leads, I started doing all these tests, I thought it was the battery, kept on charging my battery. Some mechanic told me it was the power pack, some other mechanic told me it's the battery, until I knew that it was faulty, the other one. So I got the brand new, installed it, and that's it. Hope that helped out. Thank yous. Bye bye.